What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In this video, we're going to go over the updates that are coming to the building system with update 3.0, or maybe even better known as the Age of Sorcery, coming to Conan Exiles sometime in the third quarter. Now, if you don't know, I've been covering the live stream in sections that make sense to just be by themselves. This was a tremendously long live stream, and it was chock full of a lot of information. So if you missed any of those videos, you can look for links to those in the description of this video. Originally, I was going to add the questions that were asked at the end of the live stream to this video, but I feel like some of those questions really deserve their own video so that you don't miss what's actually coming by not clicking on a video of something that you're not interested in. So you'll want to watch for more videos on my channel like what is going to happen to your thralls in update 3.0.
The entire building system is essentially now housed within a new craftable item simply called the construction hammer. It's a very simple item to craft. It costs like a little bit of wood or stone or something like that, just extremely basic materials. And then once you craft that and equip it like a weapon, it is through that you will be able to access all your building materials, all your various options that you have.
So from this description and what I saw in the trailer for Age of Sorcery, it looks like you are no longer going to have to craft pieces and then place them out. What you're going to do is equip this hammer, and then you're going to be able to place the pieces directly from that hammer as long as you have those resources in your inventory. Now, as long as this building system turns out to be everything that they're promising in this live stream, it's smoother, it's quicker, it's more user-friendly, then I think this is a really good change. I can't tell you how many times I've crafted more square foundations that I needed when I really needed to use those resources to craft wedge foundations or walls. So this has the potential to be a really good change for the Conan Exiles building system.
If you placed a bunch of stuff down and you made a mistake, you can just hit right click,
it's super
delete,
yeah.
And then hit right click again and then go back to building. And then if you, like let's say you're like, building up a bunch of walls and you think, oh, like I want to add a couple details like in this corner, like you might switch over to one thing, let's say you put down a brazier and then you want to go back to building walls. By default on PC, you just press middle mouse button on like whatever thing that you want to go back to building. You hit middle mouse button and then you'll see a little button like above your hotbar, but it'll then select whatever you pressed as like your selected building item, and then you can go back to like building walls.
So it sounds like they've spent a lot of time thinking about the building system, maybe even thinking about these speed builders that I know many of you probably watch on YouTube. I know I do. But thinking about the way that they interact with the admin tools that they're given in order to place a piece and delete a piece and add a piece and switch between pieces, it sounds like this is much more streamlined with the new building system and the button configurations that they've created alongside of that.
I can't express how fast it is.
It's so fast.
It's so nice.
It's so much nicer for everybody. It's better for mouse and keyboard. It's better for gamepad. Like, objectively, it is better.
It's so nice, yeah. And then hand in hand with that also is the new creative mode, which you can then, I believe you have to be admin to be able to access that. But so what it does is it clears out a bunch of unnecessary UI elements because it turns you invulnerable. You cannot be detected or attacked by hostile NPCs. And so yeah, it removes your health bar, stamina bar, a bunch of other different elements. So you get
building.
Yeah, so you get more screen space, and then yeah, you learn every single recipe, like building recipe in the game instantly. You can build unlimited numbers of them, and then there is a toggle fly mode where if you double tap space or double tap jump, you toggle between free flight mode and being able to walk around.
Some of the things that I really like is that as you enter creative mode, a lot of the things that I would do in the back end, turning on God mode, turning on Ghost mode, those kinds of things are built into the system. Especially the fly mode, because if you don't set up keybinds like I have them set up, then it can be rather painstaking to go in and out of fly mode. So the fact that they've thought about all of this really shows me that they know how people like to create big structures and they know how people like to build. Now, obviously, this isn't for everyone. Those of you playing on official are never going to be able to use creative mode. However, if you load up a solo game, you can build absolutely whatever you want. A lot of the time when I was playing on official, I would go into a solo game and build what I wanted to beforehand. That way I could see if the area that I chose was large enough to house the building that I wanted to build on it. I could also count pieces to see how much I needed to craft. That way I could have all that ready before laying a single foundation on an official server.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a grass update. The end.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. So now,
Can I touch it?
when you place
touch
building pieces down now, that pesky grass that would stick through the foundation.
No, it's finally,
It's pulled
cool.
away.
At
Yeah,
last.
so it comes along with a cool thing like, the rain changes, so it no longer rains indoors. It's all those little touches that make it feel a little more real, right? And clearing out that grass with building pieces is a pretty big one.
This is such a good change, no longer having grass poke through your foundations because the grass is so tall that you couldn't get the foundation tall enough without making your build look really weird. So the fact that it removes grass is actually a great addition to the game. Or is it a subtraction? I'm not real sure. You guys let me know in the comment section below.
The stability setting for
Tell me about that.
server setting.
I haven't heard
There's
of
a
that.
server setting now that's a multiplier that changes your stability on buildings. So if you want to turn off building stability and just build into the ether,
Like impossible structures.
yeah, you can build Euclidean architecture essentially because there's no
Excellent.
stability
Excellent.
as a factor. You can also increase or decrease that since it's a multiplier.
So if you've ever wanted to build something that just wasn't possible with the stability features that are in Conan Exiles, there's now a setting where you can turn that off. You can build absolutely anything you want to, anyway, without having to worry about stability, or you could find something in the middle with this multiplier setting like Dennis is talking about in the live stream.
And then we are also making some changes or adjustments to building health. And so drawbridge health will be reduced, I believe, substantially, and then gate frame HP is probably also going to get reduced a bit. Additionally, health for all tier 2 buildings will be going up significantly across the board to incentivize, that makes it a much more substantial upgrade over just tier 1, so that way you're not just spamming a bunch of tier 1 stuff. Like tier 2 will actually be, the goal is to have that actually be worth investing into to build up your base.
So it sounds like they've done a balance pass both on tier 3 and tier 2 building pieces. They're reducing the health of some of the building pieces in the tier 3, maybe all of the building pieces. I don't know, they just covered a couple in the live stream. But in addition to that, they're raising the health of the tier 2 building pieces, kind of incentivizing people to build in that type of building. Now you may think, well, that's a PvP change, it doesn't really affect me, but even if you're on PvE, you do get purges and that does affect your building health. So it'll be interesting to see where some of those health numbers on these building pieces lie when it's all said and done and on the live version of the game. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button that says join on this page. Click that for details. There's 2 videos on the screen. Click one of those to watch next, and I'll meet you over there.